Hey guys, it's Jouelzy, and we are finally, I know I'm so late, in getting up this review of Insecure's finale episode. Follow me on Snapchat. I've just been keeping up with the reviews in general. You know that I was in Thailand for 2 weeks. I got back from Thailand last Tuesday. Jet lag's been real. I really, on top of it, did not want to put up another video with poor video quality because my TVI went kaput. And I've been using my vlogging camera, and so my last 2 review videos I rewatched them and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this looks so bad. Do y'all even really care? Y'all just like, girl, you been so late, let's just get into the actual review. Everybody has been talking about the show on my timeline, on Twitter, on Facebook. I had to log off social media until I could watch the show on Tuesday. It's been so beautiful to see so much conversation with such strong opinions on this show. It really speaks to the merit of Issa Rae's work and what Insecure just means to see young black folks on TV and us being able to write our own shows. All our strong opinions, it is just a great show and it's been so enjoyable to watch. And it's absolutely been great to see all these guys who are super hardcore Team Lawrence, and they're really caping for a character that they so strongly identify with that was written by a black woman feminist. So remember that when y'all go reposting them BS articles, talk about black women feminism is destroying the black community. Try again, sir. I'm just gonna go character by character because that is the easiest way to not get lost in the sauce. Everyone really enjoys about this show is that every character on this show you can relate to either some facet of in yourself, or there's somebody in real life who you're like, oh my gosh, it's exactly like this. I've been talking with my friends, who do I know that's like Molly? The funny thing is I went to college with Yvonne, and the one person that I know who is exactly like Molly went to college with us and was actually in Yvonne's class. I'm not inferring that she's pulling reference from her, but it's just kind of Molly, for all her thottish, for all her qualms when it comes to her emotional, sexual, wanting to be in a relationship self, she's a really great career woman and a great friend. She really is a good friend to Issa. So to see them kind of, go through being mad at each other, which is real, and then in the end, Molly really coming through for Issa in a time of need, not just driving her home at the drop of a button because she needs to go see her man. So, the role playing, the getting it together, being realistic with her about how Lawrence might respond to Issa. It's just interesting to see her be able to come through so well emotionally as a friend, even though she really can't come through emotionally for herself. My little sister called me to remind me that I was lying. She was right. I do have a friend who is very similar to Molly, but we don't actually talk that often. We're friends, and when we get together, it's great, but I would say we're close friends, just off the strength that I'm not friends with a lot of people. The point where I know for a fact she lies to me about her dating life, largely because she's dating my homeboys, and they always come through and tell me the truth. So I just don't even question her and her motives anymore because I realize that I'm just not going to agree with it, and I can't be that sympathy pillow for her because she constantly makes the same mistakes. I do have a friend like Issa. I have a really close friend who reminds me so much of Issa, and I love the hung out of her. And my same advice this is the same advice I give to my homegirl in real life. You have all these complicated thoughts in your head, and you have a very different way about kind of connecting the emotional dots. Are you articulating? Are you telling the person this that you want to reciprocate your emotions? Are you telling this to them blatantly? Are you articulating it in ways that they will understand? I'm not necessarily mad at how either Lawrence or Issa have reacted in this situation. I feel like they both are human, and they're having very human responses. Issa showing up at Lawrence's job. It was okay, sis, you're doing the most. You are doing the most, but can't say I wouldn't do it. The whole way, you really thinking I need to hold on to this and I need to do every last thing I can do to get this person back in my life. Shut up at their job with a care package. It's not the worst idea. So everyone wants to talk about Lawrence and Tasha. At first, let's actually just talk about Lawrence for a second. I don't think Lawrence is as great of a guy as people are inclined to make him out to be. I know in one of my last reviews, I was like, he's been employed for 5 years. I think the accurate number is somewhere around 4. He was like, well, he's been cashing up unemployment checks, and coming from an executive role, you know they good. I mean, unemployment checks is never really that cute. Like, the severance package might have been cute, but the actual unemployment check, we are glossing over so quickly that he forgot her birthday while he was on the couch all day, unemployed, ain't got nothing going on, eating bowls of cereal, watching the Hodge twins. Have you ever watched a Hodge twins video? I mean, you understand what it is to, like, have your boyfriend forget your birthday and then want to sit and watch a Hodge twins video? Like, think about that. It's not just he forgot her birthday that one day. It is symptomatic of where their relationship had gone over a course of a couple years. And I don't think Lawrence is wrong for reacting the way he reacted. Low-key, I really want to go through all the astrological signs of everybody on the show, because I think it's obvious Issa's a Capricorn. I'm going to say Molly is like a Taurus. And I'm pretty sure, I feel like Lawrence is like a Cancer. Cancers and Capricorns actually go well in dating, but like, he just gave me some water sign ass reactions to finding out his girl cheated on him, because he is such a sap. He is the R&B nigga, and he really does have shitty ass friends. Like, Molly is shitty in her personal life, but she's a good friend. Even Kelly and Tiffany I can't stand, but Kelly, you know, seems to be decent friend to Issa as well. But Lawrence's friends don't seem to really care about him. Like, they don't really seem to have a true compassion for the well-being. They're not really considerate of who he is as a person and supporting the better parts of him. And their way of helping him get over it is to take him to the strip club and then kind of knowing that he is not going to respond really well in that environment, because they know who the guy is. Like, they clearly know him, but they don't care to cater to his actual being. You know, he wasn't finna waste $400 on no titties. And so he, in the last scene, we see him blowing the back out of Tasha. Now, I'm trying to figure out, was it Tasha's arch and throwback that really made that scene like, wow? Or was like Lawrence really putting in work? Because his sex scenes with Issa, he just seemed like a lazy fuck. Like, it just wasn't, it wasn't doing nothing for me. I was not titillated. The little clip we got of Tasha and Lawrence, I was like, my gosh. Wow, how beautiful that is. I'm not mad at Tasha for sleeping with Lawrence. I will say, however, Tasha willingly sleeping with Lawrence is a bird-ass move. And before y'all come at me, because, you know, I already think Tasha basic, but it's not a bird-ass move that I would be above. I hope she wasn't just throwing it back at him like that, and that's the only position they got in, because I low-key think it's disrespectful first time you have sex for him to only hit it from behind, or like at the immediate position he's putting you in is on your stomach. Like, nigga, nigga, this is why, get to know me first. Look me in the eye. What you doing? I feel like it's just a respect thing. We have to be clear that Lawrence is not over Issa. Whether or not they get back, I'm indifferent to. I really hope that the show doesn't veer off into like the soap opera realm of Tasha and Lawrence being a thing, because Lawrence was taking Issa to look at rings. Like, he was ready to marry this girl for the rest of his life with her. Our brains are chemically wired that it takes us a long time to get over being in love. So it's gonna take Lawrence at least 2 years to get over Issa. I think it was a snarky ass move for him to leave the Best Buy shirt in the closet, but if that's how he's getting back at Issa, is leaving the shirt in the closet and then tapping some new pussy that was easily accessible to him, I'm not even mad at it. Tasha got some rebounding. Got some rebound that needed a place to stay, dick. He ain't had no place to stay. He needed a comforting home, and ain't no pussy like new pussy, and she just gave it up to him. It's not necessarily a judgment against her. I just really hope that she realizes what she's getting out of the situation and she proceeds accordingly, because we have all been in situations where not even the day after, the weekend after, like, I dated a guy who was like a year and a half out of his relationship, and it was quite similar to Issa and Lawrence, where he had messed up and then she cheated on him. He was a good, nice guy. And I remember one day we were listening to music and I was asking him what his favorite song was, and he played A. Marie, I Just Died. And he he played the song, he kind of zoned out, and I remember thinking, this nigga is still in love. Why you got this emotional attachment to this R&B song? And now, you know, and the girl, and his ex's name was Tasha. They're married now with kids. So, like, clearly, you know what I mean? Comfort is a thing. If anything, Lawrence needs to focus on his new job, work on that ad that he's been dreaming of for the past 5 years, you know, focus on his little side hustle, stack his coins, get over Issa before he attempts to move into a relationship with another woman, because all he's going to end up doing is hurting somebody who doesn't deserve to be hurt. I don't think Tasha deserves the short end of the stick. I also don't think that just because somebody can come in and compliment a person whose shit they have not been dealing with does not make them the better match either. It's just so myopic to think that because she went to lunch with him and complimented him and uplifted him in that 30-minute setting, that all of a sudden she's such a better catch than somebody else. Now maybe that arch and that throwback game, right? Let's not project here. So excited to see season 2. So excited that this is a show that not just women are watching, but men and women. My mama called me talking about she watching it. Love it. What were your thoughts on this season of Insecure? What were your thoughts on the finale? What was a Drake lyric in this episode? The music was hitting. Storyline was hitting. The character development was hitting. Like, can we see what happened with Dada in season 2 though? Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. Thanks for following along and actually watching all my videos. The reviews on Insecure actually did decently. Like, it was a good time, y'all. It was a good time. All right, deuces.